The first film is a documentary called American Teen. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the poster up there, it's got lots of like independent awards. It actually says on the poster a modern day breakfast club that will make you stand up and cheer. Disagree, but hey, I love documentaries, but this is essentially a documentary about annoying teenagers in their final year at school. I was never bored during the film, so I have to give it its dues there. But I didn't feel like I gained anything from it either, and with most documentaries I feel like I gained something from it. There's the typical high school stereotype, you know, you've got the jock, you've got the popular girl, the popular clique, you've got the geek, some of the kids you liked, some you didn't. There's a girl called Hannah who's like the artsy kind of free-spirited girl. She was probably like the main character. She's in the middle there in the red top. I liked her. I thought she was very likeable, and the basketball player, he was like a really likeable guy. Also the geek guy that I mentioned before, or the loser, he was very funny. I mean, cringe-worthy at times, but it just provided some good comic relief, bless him. They also, like the filmmakers also mixed in like CGI and animation when the kids were talking about like their dreams and their hopes for the future. Like the loser guy, he's very much into like video games and stuff, so when he was talking about meeting a girl, they did it in like, used computer graphics to show him. I mean, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it just looked cheesy. Some of it seemed a bit scripted, but I mean, with high school kids involved, you kind of expect it. Overall, it's worth a see if you like documentaries, and you know, I guess it's interesting to some extent, but it's just so obvious, if that makes sense. For this one, you have to look at my lovely Monster Squad DVD that Horse Scout got me, because I can't find a good poster of it to put on the screen. Isn't it lovely? Monster Squad. This is a film I've been wanting to see for ages. Thanks to Horse Scout, I finally did. It's a great 80s film. Glad I finally caught it. It's just so good. It's kind of like the Goonies, the same style as that. If you like Goonies, you'll like this. Has a lot of similarities, but it's with monsters, which is awesome. Basically, there's a group of kids who name themselves the Monster Squad, and they're on a mission to stop Dracula and all these other monsters from... I think they're trying to get an amulet or something that destroys the world. So the kids are like obsessed with monsters. They make like squad, a group. All the monsters were a lot of fun. You got Dracula's like the bad guy, then you got like Frankenstein, who the kids latch onto, and he has like a cute relationship with the little girl. It's really funny. It's just 80s goodness, really. There's also a bit I liked where the fat kid, he's actually called Fat Kid, he says to this guy who they call Scary German Guy, who's helping them, something like, you really know a lot about monsters, don't you? And Scary German Guy says, yeah, I suppose I do. And like the camera reveals his arm, and it's got like a concentration camp number on it. I thought that was really good for them to put that in there. So yeah, it's just fun. If you like 80s, if you like just fun Goonie style films, you're gonna like Monster Squad, because it's really good. Next one is Federico Fellini's Nights of Cabiria, which I also have on DVD now. Expect it in a DVD update. This is a Fellini film I'd wanted to see for ages. It's very much a character piece about a prostitute called Cabiria in Rome. She's basically looking for love, but she's always getting let down and, you know, not finding it. She's a really cool character. She's like a really small, petite woman, but she's like really bolshy, and she shouts all the time, and she's just a really fun character. I really like her, and I think you can't help but fall in love with her eventually. And the actress who plays her, who for the life of me I wouldn't be able to pronounce her name, look it up, she's just really enduring, and the performance is amazing. The ending of this film is mind-blowing. It's so simple. To say it's mind-blowing will probably set you up for a disappointment, but it's just one of the best 5 minutes ever captured on film. It has to be. The last look from Cabiria in the film just has one look at the end, and it just changed my whole viewpoint in a snap second. I was just like, wow. I recommend it, but again, I don't think it's something everyone will like. If you like Fellini, if you like sort of like the old style films, if you like Criterion, you're bound to like it. With that ending, you have to see it to understand. Yeah, that's Nights at Cabiria. Okay, this one is £7. It's the new film starring Will Smith. A lot of people, it seems, didn't like this film. Personally, I loved it. I really liked it. It is depressing. Will Smith plays a guy who's going around seemingly helping people, select people with like their problems. So you've got Rosario Dawson, who's got like heart problems. You've got this lady who is being abused by her husband and she's got kids. You know, Will just goes into her life. They don't know who he is and just helps her. While at the same time he's like this depressed, kind of down on his luck guy. Can't say much more without giving away the ending. Without giving away everything actually. But I've seen reviews where people were disappointed about the twist at like the end, but I didn't see it as a twist at all. I just saw it as an unfolding of events, and maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. I went in with no expectations and just went with the film. Ultimately, it's Rosario Dawson who steals the film for me. She just does an amazing performance. This scene here that's on the screen, this was like the scene where I was like, yeah, I like this film a lot. Just really sweet scene where Rosario Dawson's character just sort of lays it out. It was win for me. She's just amazing. Enough said. So you might like it, you might not. Really. Next we have Vicky Cristina Barcelona. This is Woody Allen's latest film. I could take Woody Allen or leave him sometimes, but this one I liked a lot. Story of two women who go on holiday to Spain and fall in love with the same guy. The women are played by Rebecca Hall, who's not on this poster, and Scarlett Johansson, who is. And the guy is, I don't know how to say his name, is it Javier Bardem? You know, the creepy guy from No Country for Old Men. He is hot in this film. He's like miles away from the guy he played in No Country. And his ex-wife comes into the picture and basically changes up all the dynamics and the relationships, and she's played by Penelope Cruz, and like in £7, like Rosario Dawson did, Penelope Cruz just made this film win for me. I mean, I was enjoying it until she came in, but she took it up a notch. Really great performance. Penelope Cruz, just amazing. There's narration in it, which I'm not sure if I liked. Sometimes I liked it, but basically this guy was just narrating what we already know, and it just reminded me so much of Arrested Development, but not funny. But it was okay. The film is really likeable. I think most people will like it. Next we have Slumdog Millionaire, Danny Boyle film. I'm sure you're going to hear more about this film on this channel because I know Boomstick and Chris Rav love this film too. It's about an 18-year-old guy who grew up in the slums of Mumbai in India, called Jamal even, who is basically a question away from winning 20 million rupees, which is like £1 million or whatever. Basically, we start off in the film, the Millionaire show is taking a break, and Jamal is arrested because it's such a big deal that a kid from the slums knows so much, so they assume he's cheated. They want to know how he knew all these answers up until this point. The film jumps from his police interview to being questioned on who wants to be a millionaire, and then to his life as a kid growing up in the slums. And this is the film's real strong point, is the backstory of Jamal and his brother, and everything else just amazing. There's also a love story at the centre between Jamal and Latika, who is a girl who we see come in and out of his life as he tells his story of his life in the slums. Firstly, the story is amazing. The direction is amazing. The score works really well. Characters, everything is just bloody good. Really colourful as well. It has some great visuals. Danny Boyle just is brilliant. I hate Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in real life. It's like the most boring show ever. But you feel like the tension, you feel Jamal's tension, the audience's tension, and it just slots together into this film really well. Keeping it brief, There's a great Bollywood bit at the end, sequence at the end, which is amazing. All films should have that. Overall, really good film. As I said, you'll probably get a more complete review from somebody else on the channel. So that's it. Thank you for watching my quick roundup of films that I've watched recently. Bye.